Hey everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, I guess not live because I tried to do this on Facebook and share my screen, but Facebook only allows you to either share your screen or have your face on the video from start to finish of the call. And that didn't feel very nice at all. So I'm using Zoom and I'm going to drop this into Facebook for you to watch or find another way. We'll just find a solution. So hello, thank you for watching this and please excuse the situation. This is actually our office, but we're renovating. Chaz is renovating the bedroom. And so we're sleeping in here right now and everything's just everywhere. So I can't find my makeup anywhere. It's been a few days. So, I mean, obviously I found lipstick, put that on to feel a little better for the call. Ada was up. We had a rough night last night. She had a little bit of a fever. She's teething, her molars are coming in, and she had gas pain from eating hummus. So I think, anyways, she couldn't tell me, but I'm guessing that's what it is. So rough night, but you know what? We're all in it here together. Either we're moms or we're expectant moms, and so this is reality. So this is me. So the purpose of this call, should I share my mug? Chaz gave, I don't usually drink from this mug. I don't actually really like it. I have this cute little bunny mug or this white mug that I really like. It's just like stonework. But Chaz said I looked like a pug today because I was a bit crotchety, I think, this morning wanting my coffee. Anyways, so hope you're all not crotchety. I am very excited to share our designs with you. I'm going to share our 3 designs for our fleece sweater. They are nursing, maternity, and postpartum friendly. And I'm going to talk through the similarities and the differences and then drop a survey into the group for your feedback. So Friday is when we are basically giving the green light on which design we prefer. And then, yeah, it's kind of go from there. So we also, in addition to the fleece, we're going to have a base layer, a t-shirt, and a tank top. So everything will be wearable, like over. Okay, what I'm trying to say is you can wear the under layers under the sweater and it will function well together. Okay, so I'm going to start sharing my screen now. All right, so here we go. So it is a little bit small, but I think you get the idea, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna talk about the overall function of the sweater. As I mentioned, it's nursing friendly, so all 3 options have this horizontal left to right nursing access. And then each sweater has the same maternity function, even though each drawing kind of looks a little bit different. It's just human. This actually zips up when you're not using it. It's like a hidden zipper. And it opens to reveal what are called plackets, but you can also just view it in your mind as 2 thinner pieces of fabric, like you would see on like a coat zipper, not necessarily the same fabric feel or texture, but just the function concept. So it's zipped closed when you're not needing the extra room, and when you need the extra room, you unzip it and it reveals these 2 plackets as well as your body, essentially. So assuming you're going to be wearing pants at this time, maternity pants, or one of our layers underneath or whatever, just a shirt, you're good to go. So that's the maternity function. We had actually tried one where it contained all the fabric inside without any kind of gap showing the actual body and the fabric of whatever shirt you're wearing underneath. And it was just way too bulky. It felt really clunky and not nice at all. Like I would not wear it after. So the concept here is that you'll buy 1 sweater or 2, because you like the different colors, But you're not going to need to have all these different pieces of clothing for all these different phases. So it's like you invest in a quality piece that you can wear from start till whenever. So that's the maternity function. I've shown you the nursing function. They all have very similar pockets and a very similar bum length. It looks longer in some, but again, that's just like the human element of drawing. I would use this as an example, option 3, the bum length there. It's nice. It gives a bit more coverage. It's, you know, you could throw it on with tights. I don't know about you guys, but up until maybe, I don't know, I started the business plan, I was just living in tights. So it's like up until a couple months ago, I was still wearing my maternity tights, and I still wear them. They're so comfortable. But sometimes I like to wear jeans because it makes me feel a bit more put together. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in on option 1. It's a bit blurry, but that's okay. That's actually better because keep in mind that these designs where you're seeing pencil and you're just seeing black and white. So depending on the color schemes that we choose and the color of the fleece and the color of the thread, these different features that you're seeing will either be more or less pronounced. So allow some room for your imagination and expansion to be at play here. So it's a little bit blurry, but I just want to make sure we're on the same page. We're talking about option 1 right now. So option 1, it's a bit more fitted. You can just see right off the hop that if I scroll through option 2 and option 3, a bit roomier, more casual. Option 1 is a bit more fitted. And it has also a more fitted shoulder. So if you compare option 1 to 2 and 3, option 2 and 3 has what's called a drop shoulder. So the shoulder seam actually starts lower on the shoulder here than as in option 1. It's the same in option 3, similar. So another key difference is that option 1 has a cinch in the back. So the access to the cinch would be along the sides, a little zipper. This actually shows the zipper being from top to bottom, but I'll let you guys in on what I'm thinking. I feel like that's a bit too clunky, too much going on. So if we were going to keep the cinch, I would prefer the access be a little bit smaller along the side here. So you could just unzip a hidden zipper a little bit on the side and either pull the cinch in to have more shape along the back of the body, or let that out to have more room. The thing to keep in mind is that when you do have the cinch in the design, that obviously it's there, you can't get rid of it. So is that going to impact the overall feel of the sweater is kind of yet to be determined. It's going to be like a hidden cinch. It's not going to be totally visible, but will you feel it when you're sitting against a chair or lying down? Don't really know. So that's kind of something to keep in mind. The zipper, the neck zip here is a bit more exposed. The across the chest nursing access could either be a hidden zipper or be more of a flap like this one here in option 2. So a lot of details I'm throwing at you guys, but just don't worry, like I am gonna give you a survey, but it's not a quiz. So just if you can enjoy this fun process of being in on the top secret designs, that's awesome. So I think I've gone over the big difference with option 1 and option 2. So option 2, the neck zip is, and the neck itself is a bit more of a panel. It's a bit like a flap, panel flap, I'll call it. And I'll show you a picture in a little bit that shows the difference between the exposed zip that you see here and here, the flap version. That's a key difference as well. The upper chest seam goes from left to right completely, whereas option 3, it is only located on the half of the sweater. So they both have zippers in the same part, the same chest. I guess that would be the left, and the left here as well, but the seam just continues on from left to right in option 2. So again, depending on the color of the fleece and the color of the thread, it'll be more or less pronounced. So which one do you like? No cinch on this design. Anything else? Nope. Remember, that's got the drop shoulder. And then option 3 is, as you can tell, pretty similar, except that the neck seam, the neck zip, I'm sorry, I'm kind of confusing parts here, but hopefully you're still with me. The neck zipper is a bit more exposed, as well as on the actual neck here. And again, I'll show you a picture of what that looks like, what the key differences are. And no cinch in this one. Same maternity function on all of them. And I think that's the main difference. So I'm just going to zoom out, let you get a good look at that. Option 1, more fitted. It's got the cinch, more of an exposed zip. It's a bit more tailored. Option 2, more relaxed. Option 3, more relaxed and roomy, casual. The difference is the seam that goes all the way along the top, or just the one. And then the nursing function is always here. So it makes it easy when you are outside, and you just because the layer you'll have underneath. So what I'd be doing is I'd be unzipping it, and I would just be moving my shelf underneath, and then like unzipping my bra, or if you don't wear a bra, then whatever, you're all ready to go. And then you just nurse, and your belly and your chest are staying warm, and they're not being exposed to the elements. So I will now show you the difference between the different zippers. So on this one here, you'll see it's a bit more of a flap, like a different kind of fabric over top. Don't get stuck on exactly what kind of fabric that is, just that the look is what we're paying attention to here. So, and then on the right, this Patagonia sweater has more of an exposed zipper. It's a bit more tailored looking, more feminine maybe. So just the zippers are what we're paying attention to here, because the difference in the flap, got that flap, and then the more exposed zipper is there. Okay. Now I'm just going to show you guys the cinch or no cinch, so you really get a feel for that, whether or not that's something that you are going to want in your sweater. Is it a nice option to have? Do you see it being unnecessary? Is it going to feel uncomfortable? Like, what is your initial thought there? Do you want it? Would you miss it if it wasn't there? That's the cinch. And the bum length is designed to be a little bit more forgiving, so you can just pop it on. Think about whether or not you like that. Now, let me just make sure I've shown you everything here. Upper chest seam. Yeah, so what could you see yourself in, really, is the question. Share, okay. Hi. Thank you so much for staying with me. Yeah, so I'm going to drop the 10 question survey into the group, and if you would be so kind as to let me know your feedback, we would forever appreciate it. It's really important and valuable to have feedback from women that are living, breathing examples of the people we want to serve, essentially. Because I mean, I obviously have a perspective. It's also just a really hard choice for me to make, and for Chaz and I to make, because we're so closely involved, and we're involved in everything from the financial perspective and like choosing the fabric. And oh, I forgot to mention another question that I have is, I'm going to share my screen again in a minute, but so ideally you would be able to wear this whether or not you want to go camping, you want to go hang out at a campfire, you want to go for a hike or a walk with friends, or something like going cross country skiing, something that's a bit more active. So ideally this sweater will be something that you can either wear as an outer layer and also as a mid layer. So when I go cross country skiing, for example, I will wear a fleece like more of a thinner fleece and then a shell on the outside. You're working up quite a sweat when you're cross country skiing, whereas if you're going downhill skiing, you know, there's not as much sweat happening, so I'm told. So ideally, you'll be able to have that option with all of the sweaters that we're showing you here. So I'm going to share my screen again. Sorry, that was a very important element. So realistically, because option one is a bit more tailored, of course, it's going to fit tighter to the body. It can allow a thinner fleece, whereas option two can allow a very thick fleece. But my concern with that is that it wouldn't be as layerable. And it also, option 2 and 3, can be made using a lower pile fleece as well. So you kind of get potentially the best of both worlds with these option 2 and option 3 options. Don't let that affect your decision on what you like and what you don't like. But I do have a question in the survey about whether or not you think that all of these would be used as an outer layer and a mid layer. That is an important feature that I would like to have included in the sweaters. So I'm going to stop sharing again. So right now, if you are stuck for time, that is all I'm going to be sharing with you for the design. So if you need to get going and answer the survey, go for it. If you have a couple minutes, then I am just going to kind of talk a little bit. I know I keep saying thank you for your time and your energy and your feedback, but I really am thankful. Oh my goodness, I got hit with an emotion. It's true. I'm really thankful. I mean, whoever thought that I'd be starting a clothing company? I'm a singer, and you know, I've been writing about like slow living, and I wanted to be like a stay-at-home mom, and I still do. But this idea just came into our world, and we decided to run with it. And I'm really enjoying the process. I feel really like it's giving me life, and also that's Ada has been sleeping longer, so obviously that has something to do with it too. But yeah, it's quite a wild ride, and I'm really looking forward to being able to share everything with you guys as we go along. And why I started talking about that is because I would really love for this Facebook group to turn into something that's a bit more intimate. Right now, we're at a phase where I'm really needing to, you know, kind of be a bit more like linear, like, what do you think of this? And we'll make a step forward. But as those decisions are made, and as we actually move forward and we see our prototypes and we've got products, I would love to be able to have this community be something that's a bit more personal and intimate, and where we share, or if I'm happy to share and to lead the group, because motherhood and pregnancy and the process of becoming a mother is such a wild trip. It's such a transition, and you know, I'm 17 months in, Ada's 17 months old, so more than that into the actual journey. And I've gone through so many shifts and changes and dark moments and beautiful moments of joy and appreciation, and then the struggle and the up and down. And I just find it really helpful to be able to share with women that are going through a similar thing. And even if it's not the exact same thing, it's just so helpful to not feel alone. And I think that there's so much that we all share in common, even though we have our own unique way of experiencing it. But there are similarities, and I would love for this group to become a space where we tap into that. So that's my hope for the future of this group. And if you are willing to stick around, then I look forward to that evolution of the group. And if you have any suggestions on how I might be able to do that, or what you're feeling, please share with me along the way. So that's it for today. I'm going to drop this into the group and then the survey, and I really look forward to hearing from you. I'm saying look forward to a lot. Maybe I should come up with another way of saying the same thing, but maybe you don't mind. Because it's true, I am looking forward to it. So have a lovely day from snowy Nelson. We got a fresh batch of snow overnight, so it's really beautiful. And thank you guys, and we'll talk soon.